everybody. It's Big Ed here, and I am with the group as I'm trying to work through all this fun and frolic as we're trying to stream things, do things, trying to do things at the same time. Hope you guys doing well. Hope everybody out there. We got devastation information. We got the Flying Hawaiian, and we got the Lumpy once again on a Thursday evening as we are trying to make it through to the weekend. And we saw now who the Philadelphia Phillies are playing, and they are playing the Dodgers. Did you guys watch? I don't know, not to switch gears on that, but did anybody watch the Yankees and the Red Sox last
They're
night?
playing game 3 tonight.
Yeah,
Darn it.
yeah. I was watching it. What's that?
Bits and pieces. I was going back and forth.
Yeah, that was actually a really good series. I was watching that, and Mike Judge, Aaron Judge. I call him Mike Judge. See, even names are just calling off. I swear, I won't be calling anybody AJ this evening either. But I did watch it.
Yeah, please don't.
Well, that was AJ Johnson. I was talking about him, but talking about AJ Brown and Hugh Douglas today. I was listening to him on WIP. And Hugh Douglas was actually going off on A.J. Brown. I don't know if you guys heard that. He was whining, and he just was, I don't know if he was trolling him or not, but he was just talking about how A.J. Brown, consistently, they had a press conference with him yesterday. I did watch a little bit of that. And then as they were having the press conference, you saw that he wasn't really saying a whole lot, but then he keeps on going to social media. Like, what do you guys think about that? So if you ask him a question directly, he's kind of cryptic in front of other people, but then he sends these messages on social media. What do you think what the outcome is going to be? Who wants to talk about that a little bit?
That's an easy way out.
Okay.
It's one of those things where the only person who knows what he means by it is himself. So he throws it out there for everyone to kind of play with. There's a point in time where, we all heard the term adulting, where AJ needs to start being an adult, and like don't play the games. Don't this isn't your, we're not in 8th grade anymore with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and oh my God, he said this and she said that. Like just say it. Say what you mean. Be an adult about the whole thing. Don't play games. And he's playing games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So just, I feel like he was. It's almost like putting things out there and just trying to get some sort of reaction from the people. So, I mean, what do you think on that, Jim?
Well, I think the guy's a great receiver. I think a lot. I was watching. It was Shannon Sharp and the other guy, Ocho Cinco, and Ocho said something like, it is about his numbers when it comes to AJ, because there could come a time when Howie Roseman says to AJ, your money's not matching your numbers. You need to take a pay cut. That could happen. That could be a real issue.
Yep.
That could be an issue. Now I'm going to say this. I don't blame AJ. Your team is much better when AJ's involved, and I just think I don't think it's AJ. I don't think it's him, and I don't blame him for being mad. I think it's your quarterback, and everybody's going to argue with me. I just think I'm with AJ on this one. I'm with AJ. He needs the ball. This guy's super good, and I underrated him when you first got him, and I was wrong on him. This guy's a beast. Your offense is so much better when he's getting his 6-7 catch. I know he was targeted. I just seen a couple of the passes. I didn't watch the game, but they just showed some of these balls, and they were going out of bounds. And what Dan Olasky said. He goes, Jalen's not going to put the ball in harm's way. I forget how he said it, but he said he's not going to throw into that area. He's going to throw it away from that. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with that situation. But he shouldn't be going on there saying weird things. He probably should get him in the locker room to say something. But Hugh Douglas needs to shut his mouth too. He already got beat up by a wide receiver in Philadelphia before. You don't want that to happen again. You don't want that to happen again. And I don't listen to Homer Radio. Sorry, guys, I don't. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's because you can't get Dallas, so you probably listen to Odyssey or something like this.
No. I'll tell you what it is, Eddie. Because no matter what happens, these guys feed you a lot of bull crap. I think on the radio, they have to. I believe these guys are paid by the Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, and all them and Sixers to build things
I don't
up.
think so.
You know what I mean?
I
I do.
I think
Howard Eskin
WIP is
was
one of the
for me.
most negative radio stations on the planet.
I don't think.
I think
Howard Eskin was.
I
Yeah, but
think their
negative
callers.
sells.
I think their callers are negative. I think the radio hosts are negative. I don't even listen to that bull crap.
Honestly, though, the thing is, that's where they made their living for years. Being negative, and then especially with
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Eagles.
look at what Angelo Cataldi did.
Exactly.
To Donovan McNabb years ago. And that wasn't cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah.
And on the AJ thing.
You don't remember that
No.
when he got
I was
drafted?
the one. Oh well, no, nobody wanted. They wanted Ricky Williams. What did he do?
Yeah, exactly. He basically brought that. That's where the Dirty 30 made their name was on that draft
Yeah, him
show.
and Ed
Right.
Rendell, they set up a whole busload of Philly Eagles fans that wanted Ricky Williams, and they knew Ricky wasn't going to be the pick. They knew it. They
I
still
remember
went
where
up
I
there
was.
and they got set up and everything. It was horrible. I don't blame McNabb for being mad at the city for as long as he was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, he didn't understand at all that whole situation. So,
Yeah, it wasn't a personal dig at him, but he was going to take that personal. I mean, how can you not? It's the biggest night of your life,
I think I remember.
and the crowd
they
is
weren't
booing your
McNabb.
selection. Yeah, they weren't
were
booing
booing-
McNabb. They were booing the selection. They were
Yeah.
still booing
Yeah,
McNabb, man.
They were
Come on.
booing
That's
that ain't give Ricky Williams.
how else do you expect McNabb to take that? And I don't blame AJ either. I think AJ wants to get his numbers. He wants to be in the Hall of Fame one day. You know what I mean? He's a top 5 talent in the league, like Jim says. Use him.
Oh,
So what's the problem?
I think
The
Pagula needs to open up the playbook. It's not the quarterback. He did fine in the LA Rams game, and the offense was moving fine in the first half. I think there might be a little to the thing that Hurts had a concussion. I don't know. I don't know. But listen,
It was
AJ got 9
interesting.
targets last week. He had a big season last season.
Yeah.
It'll get going. It'll get going. I'm
It was
not worried
interesting
about
to
it.
see what happened the week before when the Rams, when it looked like they opened up the playbook a little bit, and it wasn't so much him. I really would love to get into that offensive room and see what the hell is going on between those guys. I would, because and watch the film and catch it, because I know he could definitely get separation on a player. I understand that. Are they targeting other players? Is he getting double covered? Why isn't he getting the ball? And what are they doing now? If you go into the game plan perfect, with this kind of talk and whatnot, that they're going to try to target him next week, and that almost puts a target on his back too. So it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen with him going forward. I mean, look, I love the guy. I think he's a great player. I do. I would love to see him get the ball in his hands. That helps out the running game. That helps out everything. But I'm not a big fan of the cryptic message out there. I like to put it on Twitter and try to.
Yeah,
if you got a problem, they should
it goes
handle
along
it
with
in-house.
it goes along with the position.
Yeah.
People always want to.
Well,
It's attention. It's attention-seeking behavior. Is what
it only
is.
gets worse though if the things don't improve. If you don't placate that, then it's only going to get worse. But I think those conversations need to happen.
It's 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row, been an issue with this guy.
Yeah.
Last year was the book reading. The year before that, didn't him and your quarterback go face to face, yelling at each other or something?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there was something on the sideline. They went at it, and last year was the book, and then this year is the messages. What do you think?
It happens. It happens a lot with quarterbacks and their star receivers. I'm telling you, man, winning cures everything.
It happened in that Green Bay game with Dallas and CeeDee Lamb. He wasn't getting the ball, and he started crying for the ball.
It's happened every team T.O. is on. Every team Randy Moss was on. It goes with the position.
Jimmy, you're saying give the ball to him, and now Jalen Hurts only threw 24 passes on Sunday. 9 of them were towards AJ.
I seen a couple of passes. They weren't even catchable balls.
I didn't say they're good passes. What I said was, but 9 of 24 was marked towards him, and that's 40% of the opportunities. Like how many more do you want?
I seen two lined up, and the two I saw were AJ going to the sideline.
Yeah.
And it was like he could have pulled it back to make AJ square up and get it, but he threw it almost 5 yards out of bounds. And I don't know. But then the guy last he said, I forget how he said it. He wouldn't say he wouldn't put the ball in harm's way. He wouldn't take a risk. Donovan, he was that's what he said. Hurts isn't going to risk his throw.
And one of his best strengths is that he's a pretty good head about when to and when not to throw the ball. That's one of the strengths. But because of that, he's never. Listen, there was a game last week where what was the late game that had Detroit and the Ravens, maybe, or something like that, or
yeah, he killed him.
But there's some passes that were like between two defenders. Like the only place the ball could be caught was where the ball was thrown to. Our guy can't do that.
No.
If
I had Brown, I'm going to throw some 50-50 balls, man. There's always a time and a place near the end of the half for a 50-50 ball, or maybe a long third down where it's like almost like that. If it's intercepted, it's like a punt. You know what I mean? Something like that. Let that guy go get the ball. Like that dude's a beast of it when he goes up for a 50-50 ball. I never seen somebody catch. I haven't seen a receiver in history catch as many 50-50 balls as that guy does.
Yeah, they're not 50-50 balls with him. They're like 80-20 balls.
With him, I know. With him, but it's a 50-50 ball if they don't get it, maybe, you know what I mean? But damn, that dude's a beast when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not like we're playing bad defenses either. You know, we're playing good teams gunning for us. We're playing bend but don't break. They're playing bend but don't break in the first half. Second half, they're making adjustments. They're doing more press coverage. They're playing more man to man. They're blitzing more. It's different playing with the lead than when you're playing from behind or in a shootout. We're playing with a lead, you know what I mean?
Weren't they throwing a lot of slants to him a couple of years ago to AJ?
Yeah. They threw a few to him against the Rams the week before. They were throwing slants to him.
And I saw a lot of comebacks, but
sometimes that gets taken away. Sometimes that gets taken away. You know,
a lot of slants to him, and he was just pulling them in. Like you couldn't stop the 7-yard or 8-yard slant to him. He was so big. I don't know what happened to that, but anyway.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. I don't know. The way I look at it is like, here's a guy that's a great talent. We finally in Philly for years. We always wanted a wide receiver. We finally got a couple good receivers, guys to throw the ball. Well, I would hate to see this guy go because I do believe he's the one. He does help stretch the field. He does help get those slants and get. Yeah.
You don't want him to go. You don't want him to go.
Right.
Listen, I'm all about winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand he wants the stats. I understand stats are important, but winning is the most important, and we're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but him and the offense.
Got to get it. The offense has to get going. Obviously, it has to get going.
Yeah.
I think it will. At some point.
You know what's interesting?
Call me a homer. Call me an optimist.
Every team has a losing streak. If you guys were on a 2-game losing streak and he wasn't getting catches, that's when it's going to get real interesting.
Yeah.
Listen, every team has a losing streak. Nobody's perfect. So you just lost 2 games. Whatever. Then that dude don't have catches, and you lost maybe like 4 points by one game and maybe 3 by the other, and that dude's got maybe 3 catches in each of those games. I think that'll be interesting radio there.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, look, and like I said, it's frustrating to see this guy. And then, switching gears just a little bit, let's move to the running back position. I mean, Saquon's not getting the numbers this year that he had before. We talked a little bit about why their offensive line is not what they were last year either. I mean, from what
I think they're playing hurt.
Yeah, we talked about that. So
there's history against Barkley right now this year.
Absolutely.
No running back who ran for 2,000 yards ever had a good year the following year.
Yeah.
They struggled to get 1,350, and that was in a 16-game season. So I put the number 1,450, and I had him under that.
Honestly,
and surprisingly enough, real quick, a lot of people didn't argue. A lot of people didn't argue with me on that one. A lot of people, when I put that post up, were kind of like one arguing with me, say, no, you're nuts, you're gonna run for 2,000 again. They were like, yeah, you know
Nah,
what? They're probably gonna run.
he's allowed to not run for 2,000 yards. I'm cool with that. You
Here's the
don't
thing.
have to do it. You don't have to do it every season.
You know what the X
Nah.
factor is this year? The X factor is this year that last year he was running with a chip on his shoulder. He was pissed off
Yeah.
about the Giants. He got left. The Eagles picked him up, and he's like, "Yeah, guess what? Look what I'm going to do now." And that's what he showed. I hate to say it,
And he got paid again.
you
And he
know,
got
but
paid
he
again.
and he got paid.
Everything
Twice.
went right for him last year.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the guy started playing tough. He started playing hard. The offensive line was bigger, better. I'm sorry, they were. And I mean, shoot, they didn't even touch. Excuse my French. They didn't even touch him for like what, a yard and a half.
Some of
I
them
mean,
runs.
Yeah.
nobody-
Well, I think, like I said, I think Landon's hurt.
I
Obviously,
think
he's
Landis
hurt.
hurts too. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not. I don't think Cam totally recovered from his back surgery
yeah.
because I think I saw his PFF ranking. They're both ranked like in the 40s. Where
Mhm.
like last year they were ranked in the top 10. You know what I mean? Now they're ranked in the 40s. So something's going on with them. And I don't know. I'm not going to say Steen is a downgrade from Becton. He might
is.
be, but yeah. But he played well last year when he was in.
I'm not saying he's not playing. He's not serviceable. He's not playing
Yeah.
well. But I think Becton
Yeah.
really had a
Those
banner
other
year.
guys, those other guys got to play well around him for him to play well. I think.
I mean, the positions. Look, so he got Becton last year. Like I said, this whole mental game going on. Becton last year had a whole new lease on life. He got in. He got his confidence back. He was playing next to Lane Johnson last year. Or no, was he Lane or was he the left? Or was he the left? I forget. Or
Yeah,
was
he
he
was right.
against? What's that?
He's the right guard.
He was right.
Yeah, so he was right. So playing against him, playing next to him last year, getting that read and that feel, and listen, he was getting that confidence back. So those things were huge for him. He knew that it was a make it break it year. I just think that the Eagles were stronger last year that way. They had a lot more, a little bit of a chip on the shoulder, a little more edge, and that just happens. And there's something to be said about that. So people don't really talk about that much. They just look at it like play by play. But if you actually, you played and it's those ebbs and flows of guys just coming in, and I've seen that so many times. Like like Dickerson, he's hurt a little bit, and you get a little bit of a tinge. After a while, that stuff's rubbing off on you too.
Those damn offensive linemen always getting hurt. What's wrong
Yeah,
with them guys?
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I can't stand them.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Those fat guys that can't
Get it
take it.
together.
It's all right. So look, there's just a couple things, but look, it's so funny. Like you hear so many different radio shows and stations and whatnot, and if their teams are winning, everybody's like, oh yeah. Only in Philly do we talk about like a team like they're 4-0, and we just great to being a little negative and criticizing. But that's what's good. I know we try to keep it real. What's
2
that?
years ago, you guys started out strong and had that collapse. You look like a
I'm
team.
telling you, I know what that is.
Yeah. You look like a team that any time now can take a 3 or 4 game losing streak. But yes, you're winning, whatever. Let's go to Phillies, man, or do something.
Yeah, let's talk about the Phils. So the Phils, exactly. Jimmy, you want to lead us off? Go ahead. Let's talk a little bit about the Phils.
Jim's like, I'm done talking about that. Phillies next.
Yeah, let's go to Phillies. All right. So my biggest problem with the Phillies, my concern is the Dodgers are coming in hot on this, and we got to see what they're going to look like. Ohtani, I don't know. Like they were talking about it. Listen to another radio show, and they were talking about like giving them a hard time. Is that going to have an effect on them to come into the bank? And are they going to have this, the intimidation and whatnot? Is that really going to have an effect on them? What do you guys think about that?
So the players have ranked Citizens Bank Park as being the hardest place to play in the league. They said the level of loud is just a whole different level of loud.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to a Dodgers game? It's a very subtle crowd. It's a very LA crowd. It's very like, hey, we're here and it's sunny. It's 75 degrees at 9 o'clock at night. It's beautiful out. It's a very laid back crowd.
It's like Lakers fans.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah. So I think you're going to find that it will be a little bit startling for some players. I think if some guys like for example, Freddie Freeman, When he
Yeah.
played for Atlanta, he played here 15 times a year. Some guys won't be rattled by it, but I think some guys will. I think what helps the Phillies the most right now in that series is Ohtani pitching in Game 1.
He's pitching.
Yeah, he'll pitch, but he's not at full strength still pitching. So he's
That
going
dude's
to throw.
amazing.
He's going to throw for maybe 5 innings against Christopher Sanchez. He'll give us 7, and we see what teams have done, or we see this team, the Phillies have done against other teams. Bullpen, like the Phillies, they lead the league in runs scored after the 7th inning. They led the league in comeback wins. Like, this is a team that's they're not done until they're done. I'll tell you, my dad said for years, the most beautiful part about baseball. Some people say it's too slow and everything else. And baseball is a leisurely game. But the best part about baseball, there's no clock.
Not true.
Look, there is a clock now. But I mean, there's no game clock. There's no game clock.
Yeah.
You'll just score when the clock says the game's over. You score when the other team gets you out 27 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been in games over here in Little League. Oh, I dropped my iPad. We've all been in games in Little League, where, you're playing that team of rum-dums who, it's 25-3, and you're like, they just can't get us out. It's not my fault. No, it's the other team's job is to get you out. If they can get you out, then you keep scoring.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I go off track for a second. True story.
Oh boy.
About Brian Baldinger.
Okay.
So,
Brian Baldinger.
I got a Baldinger story.
Years ago, Brian Baldinger. I never liked Brian Baldinger. Never liked him, and he's a local guy. He grew up not locally. They grew up in Cherry Hill for a bunch of years. Then I think Connecticut. He's a wonderful person. So, a good friend of mine that I coached with for a long time is friends with Brian, and they played together in NFL and coached together in NFL and everything else. So we're out one night, and my buddy says, "Hey, Brian, did you ever meet Lumpy before?" He said, "Yeah, I mean," he said, "Yeah, in passing." He said, "Yeah, he doesn't like you." I'm like, "Wow, thanks for a great introduction."
Yeah.
Brian says, "Why don't you like me?" I said, "Brian, years ago, when we were
Pizza Man.
I was coaching."
Where?
I was coaching. I said we were beating another team pretty soundly, and you're like, I can't believe they scored so many points. They won't have their backups in. Now, mind you, we had freshmen and sophomores in the third quarter. We had no starters starting in the game after halftime. And Brian said there badmouthed our team and our coaches and our players for running the score up.
And
so I said to Brian, it's not my job to control the score. It's their job to stop my team.
Right.
Now, the good thing about football is there's a time. They can make the game longer or shorter by running the ball, passing the ball. In baseball, you don't have that. You got to get the other team out 27 times. That's the beauty of the game. And if they can't get you out 27 times, then you keep scoring. So I look forward to Ohtani leaving the game in the 4th or 5th inning, and the Dodgers bringing their bullpen in, and I think the Phillies are going to feast on their bullpen. I really do.
Yeah. I think the Dodgers can hit the ball. They can score. I don't think our crowd's going to affect the Dodgers. I don't think they're going to affect the Dodgers. I mean, that team's been Hollywood forever.
Well, of course they can score. I mean, that's why they're there.
You got
but you know, think about the Dodgers. I think about Ohtani. They're used to loud crowds, being hated, all that shit. I just think the Dodgers, if they're hot, I got to stick by what I said in April. We don't win a playoff series, so I kind of hope I'm wrong, but I think the Dodgers will beat us.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong.
Nostradamus got it again.
I give him the gong.
The Phillies are favored by 60%.
Yeah, I don't care what that means.
Anything. First of all, you know what I think is going to be the X factor?
You don't care about math.
I don't care about math.
No.
Listen,
No.
I'm telling you what's
That's
going to
the
be the
world
X factor
champion.
this year. Bader.
The
Bader
Dodgers
is
the
going to
world
be the
champion?
X factor this year. Watch.
The Dodgers are the world champions, right? They're the world champions?
The
I
term
have
is
no idea.
the term is
I
defending.
don't know. I don't know. I think they are, aren't they?
They are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I like the Dodgers.
No.
Why? Because they're defending world champs.
Well, I just think they're a better
No, actually,
team.
because he bought their jacket when he was in first grade with the Cowboys one.
Is that what it was? I bought the jacket. Is that what it was? Oh.
2-for-1 special.
All right,
What?
Because I know another.
What? No,
Here's how it
honestly, here's what I think. I think the Phillies, if they hit, this is going to be very, very insightful. So everybody, get ready. All right.
Oh boy.
Here it comes. I'm going to play some background music for you. All right. So this is going to be very insightful here. But I honest to God think if the Phillies actually hit the ball this time and they get out in front of it, I think they're going to win it. I think
What
that
makes
first
you think
game.
they're going to hit the ball? What makes you think they're going to hit it?
I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, look, if they rattle a pitcher, we'll see.
Because they had this problem last year in the playoffs. They ran a good pitching during the season. They didn't hit.
Right.
But
it seems to me they always have the Dodgers number. They do play the Dodgers tough. If it was the Mets or something like that.
They do.
Yeah.
But this is different. It's a different animal.
Yeah.
This Dodgers team's a different animal. And
but are they as hungry?
I mean, here's the thing. The Dodgers might have played along. We just got to get to the playoffs and we turned it up. I mean, it's a different Dodgers team. I mean, that Japanese guy, I hate saying his name, is so long. But he's just so damn good. I just don't think
like 2 or 3 Japanese guys on the team.
But
that guy. That one's Johnson, AJ. No, but he's But shout out to AJ Johnson. No, but seriously though, I mean, I do believe the X factor is going to be that. The thing that sucks more than anything else is they don't have Wheeler. I mean, Wheeler was always their number one guy going in.
So who's the number one guy for us now?
Sanchez, I think.
It's going to be Sanchez the first one?
Sanchez is the first. Yeah, Ohtani Sanchez is game 1.
Wow.
Hey, Sanchez.
I don't know. We'll see how Sanchez
So
does.
you like Sanchez?
I do like Sanchez, though.
Game 1, not Wheeler.
I like a dirty Sanchez. Oh, never mind.
I bet you do.
Oh my God. Anyway,
that show's really taking a turn.
how do you not like? I mean, he's 13-5 this year. 13-5, and he probably had 4 games. And I know he had 4 games that they left the game with a lead, and we lost it for him. So you're looking at pretty close to a 20-5 record. I'll take that.
Sanchez doesn't scare me as much as Nola, honestly. And I think
Nola's the hit or miss.
So Nola's gonna be if they get game 3 or game 4. Who they got? Suarez in 2?
Rangers day to day. Rangers day to day.
So who you got game 2?
Who's the Dodgers pitchers out there? They still have Clayton, Kershaw guy. Is he still there?
Yeah, he was 1,000
in LA. Yeah. So this is last year.
Do they still have Fernando Valenzuela?
Nobody has him right now.
They have time for the sport to go slim fast.
I remember Fernando. I remember Fernando stuff. What they used to call that? Yeah, no one said it.
Fernando Mania.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're probably about 18. You're probably about 18 years old when they come up in 1980, right?
In 1980, I was like 13.
11. 1980, I was in 3rd grade in 1980.
Yeah. Me too.
Fernando Mania was like 82 anyway, just so you know.
It was.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, there was some good times. But anyway, I think that the Phillies, if they come out and they got to hit the ball. I mean, they got to support their pitchers. If they try to get in it, the Dodgers are just too strong otherwise. And, who really hasn't been coming up? Maybe am I wrong, Lump? Because you watch this more than I do.
Yeah.
Has Harper been a little bit off this year, or am I like crazy?
I think a little bit crazy.
We know that.
He has great stats.
Crazy.
I think his game is changing. Whereas he used to be a power hitter,
Right.
he's more into driving the ball now. Don't be wrong, he's still gonna get his 30 home runs a year, but his singles and doubles are more solid hits. I think becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
I think his game is changing as he's gotten older.
Yeah.
He's still the best thing out there for our team.
Oh,
But he's the one guy. If he's up,
How's
I
Trey-
don't believe that.
How's Trey Turner doing?
He was the batting champion this year.
crazy
Yeah, is he going in hot?
on him a month ago.
Here's the thing, though. Harper puts asses in seats.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about him. To me, he's got the it factor. But that guy can bat 220 all season and then step up in the playoffs and just go off.
Yeah, well, he's a
When he's
game.
on,
that'd
he's
be-
on. When
that'd
he's
be
off,
cool.
he's one bad.
Another X factor is Castellanos, how he plays, because I know he was like he was a
Little bitch.
little butthurt because he wasn't getting on the field as much and blah 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 and all that stuff. So I got to see how he does. Yeah, I really like this Bader guy. I do. I think he's
If our
he's
catcher
give a little
ever
bit of a
hits
pop,
again,
huh?
if our
Is he
catcher
a
ever
master?
learns to get the ball again, he'd be all right.
Yeah.
JT, I think JT's the key to everything. To be honest with you, if that guy hits, everything goes
He's your
good.
third key.
He's what?
He's your third key so far.
Well, he
No,
has a lot of keys. I mean,
That's a big
No, I
key.
think
not
he's-
defending Jimmy,
No, I
Yeah,
think
everything's
he's
a key with
I think
Jimmy.
if he-
You know
to
that.
win something
But here's the
like
key.
this, to beat the
Yeah.
Dodgers, somebody's got to get hot. Who does it? That guy ain't done nothing all year. If that guy ever got hot, he'd be all right. I don't think he beat the Dodgers.
Yeah,
I mean, I
but
just
what
don't
he
think he does.
provides the team as a catcher and that sort of
Yeah.
leadership, I think, has been huge for them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he keeps those pitchers under control.
He
And
calls
he
a
really
great
knows
game.
how. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's where he shines.
Yes.
He's no Chooch, but he's all right.
You know,
Yeah, dude, I know. Chooch was
is
the
his
man.
arm as good as it was 2 years ago throwing guys out? No. Is his bat as good as it was 2 years ago? No.
No.
But he still calls a great game, and that's half the battle for a pitcher is having the right plays called.
If he ever hit the ball, it'd be great. That's the guy you want. Anyway,
What about Durant though?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired, man. I hate the bail. I ain't got it tonight, man.
Oh, we got to call in a reliever. We're calling in a reliever for Jim.
I'll give you my
Is Jimmy-
predictions on the Eagles real quick. I think the Eagles
Is
win
Jimmy
Sunday.
tired? Yes.
Well,
I think the Eagles win Sunday. I say we do predictions.
Yeah.
I think
and
they
like
do
them-
too.
And I think they win because, like I
Oh,
said
yeah,
earlier,
predictions.
because Denver's played Monday night. They're coming on a short week across the country.
Yeah.
And I like Nick Fangio against Bo Nix. He ain't used to seeing Fangio. I think the game's a play. I think it's going to be a lot of field goals in this game, low scoring, maybe like a 19-16 game Eagles, maybe a little more. I think the Eagles win this week. I really do.
1916, Jim.
Something like that, yeah. Something weird. It's going to be a lot of field goals. Because Eagles got a good D, so does Denver. I don't expect a lot of scoring from either one of these teams at all.
Gary, what do you got?
I expect scoring. I expect the Eagles to win. I think the offense is going to break out.
Shocker.
They're gonna put the whatever, dude. Don't even talk about you. We don't even care about your team.
Yeah, you will. You will soon
When?
when you start falling off.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been
reality
waiting for that
thing.
for a couple years, seasons now, buddy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, can I
Wait till
talk?
next year?
Can I talk?
Go ahead. What's your
Can I speak? Can I speak?
I don't know.
Can
Can
I
you?
talk? I don't think
Can
I don't know. I don't
Can
know.
I get a what?
Sometimes I have trouble talking. Anyway,
hear
I
you.
think the Eagles win. I think they win pretty convincingly. I think it's going to be 31-17.
Whoa. Woo!
31-17. Carrie, what do you got, Lump?
I have it 20 to 12.
22
I
to
can see that.
12.
20
Just well, I can see that. I can see that score, Bob. I like that one. I like that
20
score.
to 12.
20 to 12.
And
Eagles?
it's close too.
Eagles.
And it's probably like 17-12 to the final 2 minutes, kick a field goal. Yes, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
I've been
Alright,
pretty
Mike.
close on all my predictions this year, just so you guys know.
I forget all mine, so I have no idea. So then
I
this
totally
one,
remember all mine.
I'm doing
Go ahead,
27-13 Eagles.
Woo!
That's
I
my
think that's too good.
27-13.
yeah.
If this was the,
That
if
sounds
this
good.
was
It's
the
like a
price,
good score.
if this was the price is
I like that
right,
score.
carry it in over bid.
There we go. This is
Yeah.
our
All right, I'll
Anyway.
see you guys later.
If this was a Price is Right, you'd be a beat up old refrigerator.
this is true. All right, fellers.
Every time he leaves us, we gotta look at that face, man.
You guys like our background music?
Telling you, man, that guy's about as sharp as a marble.
Yeah. You're giving him too much. You're giving him too much credit. All right, so fellers, we're gonna see how we do. College football this week coming up. I don't know. Is there any marquee matchups you got? I know my Maryland Terrapins, because I know all you guys are so excited about that. They are playing Washington on Saturday. As the Terps win, they will be going 5-0. So we're gonna hope for the Terps to actually get that big win on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Go
we'll see.
Terps.
Go
Good
Terps.
Terps.
Go Terps. All right. Anybody else got
Go
anything
Burp.
pretty good?
Go Burps.
Go Burps.
No, I'm good.
I'm double checking real fast, Ed. I'm not positive. I'm just double checking real fast. Let me just see.
Wait a minute.
There-
Are
there
you
were a
trying to
couple
do
games-
like you sound like an auctioneer?
Hey, there were a couple games.
We
on
know,
there.
man.
What a be, what a buy, what a be, what a be, what a be, what a be, what a be. That's all, folks.
So,
So
There were a couple-
to the man.
There's a lot of really good
Yeah.
games I think this weekend. Actually, the next couple weekends there's a lot of really good games.
What are you saying? Yeah. I don't know.
Like this weekend, you have. Let's go through the games real fast.
The pregnant
Let's
pause
see.
is not helping our cause here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like Clemson, North Carolina. A month ago, good game. Now, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Lumpy's on a diet.
awesome.
Wow.
That's the breaking news.
Ohio State,
I'm on
Minnesota
one, too.
could be a good game.
I want
PJ
seafood diet.
PJ Fleck coaching with Minnesota.
Ohio State will whoop them.
They should, but I think Minnesota's playing well. I love the Miami Florida State game. Miami should kill Florida State, but Florida State,
I don't know, might have a chip on his shoulder because they lost last week.
they like I said, that could be a decent game.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. You know, Penn State blew it again. Wasn't so happy in Happy Valley.
Jay Franklin is the best regular season coach there is. He's the worst big pressure, big game coach there is.
I can't really blame that loss on him like that. The kid threw an interception. You know what I mean?
I agree, Eddie. I agree with you. And if it was his only time it happened, I'd agree with you. But Jay Franklin has not coached a big game and won in any team he's been head coach of.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, fellas. Well, look, great show this evening. We will catch up with you guys. Come up if you guys ready to watch our show. Hey, guys, do us a favor: like, subscribe, add, comment, all those things. If you guys like any of our material or any of our shows, any comments or good comments for us, make sure you put that below. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know we had a good time this evening, and thank you for joining us. And we'll catch you guys soon. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.